One winter evening, I was watching a movie on the internet, in the dark. My eyes were fixed on the screen and my attention towards this movie was great. My mind was totally focused on the movie. Suddenly, I felt something brushed up against my right leg, thinking it was my cat. I did not worry, continuing to watch the movie. About 20 minutes later, I felt something brushed up against my leg again. This time I looked down at the floor of the apartment, seeing nothing. I thought to myself, "It's the cat." A few minutes later, I paused the film, got up to go to the bathroom without turning on the hallway light. A habit. I then cleaned my hands in the bathroom, returned to the dining room and continued watching the horror movie. A few seconds later, I felt that same thing brushed up against my leg and at the same time heard my cat was scratching the litter box. To be sure, I got up again, walked to the kitchen and saw my cat was getting out of the litter box. I turned on the kitchen light and cleaned the litter box while wondering about something brushed up against my leg. It was never my cat. A slight fear rose in me. I said to myself simply to reassure myself. It's in your head, you're scaring yourself. I hope so. I turned off the light in the kitchen, walked back to the couch and watched the rest of the movie. It started again. Between the fear and nervousness I felt at that moment, I reacted. Shit now. I shouted. The computer shut down abruptly, leaving me speechless. Fear took over this time, thinking of only one thing, to get out of my apartment. I slowly got up from the couch, called my cat in a low voice who came to me and once in my arms, I ran to the front door, unlocking it quickly. As I opened it, it slammed shut in front of me and I didn't have time to run away. I was petrified, my cat in my arms, that jumped up and meowed before hiding under the couch. I thought at that second, if only I could do the same. I felt something brushed up against my leg, over and over again. I could not move. All I could do was close my eyes and pray. A cold breath caressed my lips and I lost consciousness. A few hours later, I think, I regained consciousness, lying on the floor of the apartment, near the front door. I had not moved from here, not knowing the exact time. The computer started up again and I heard a low voice that was quite soft. You can watch the rest of the movie. I'll leave you alone, I promise. I got up from the floor, walked over to the couch and tried to get my cat out from under the couch where he was hidden. After a few minutes of hesitation on his part, I managed to get my cat in my arms again and ran to the door, opening it. Once on the landing, I ran down the stairs while I was holding my cat for his safety and still praying to get out of the building. When I was outside, I looked up at my apartment, which was on the 4th floor. The light in the dining room suddenly came on and my eyes widened in fear. Strangely enough, I couldn't take my eyes off it. Then I saw a dark figure appear at the window, seeming to greet me. My gaze was immediately taken away and I started to run, still holding my cat. After crossing the road, being on the opposite sidewalk, I turned around, for some reason looking up again at my apartment window. The light was still on and suddenly I felt that same cold breath on my back. I was in my pajamas with my pink slippers in the cold that I didn't even feel. My cat stayed snuggled up to me and I turned around with little courage. You can watch the rest of your movie.
I'll leave you alone, I promise.
I started to scream but no sound came out. It was 1:34 in the morning when I opened my eyes. I sat up abruptly in the bed in which I was apparently sleeping. I got up from the bed, drowsy, and headed for the dining room. I didn't understand anything. My computer screen was on, showing the movie I had been watching before all this weirdness started. There was no way I could have gone to bed without turning off the computer or half watching the movie unless I was very tired. Which I wasn't. It was as if I had dreamed the whole thing. My cat, who was sleeping with me on the bed, joined me in the dining room and sat on the couch. Bizarrely, his feline gaze turned to me and changed color. A vibrant, blinding green like a supernatural light. He meowed. And I heard the same sentence coming out of my cat's mouth. I thought it was a hallucination or that maybe I was astral traveling. Who knows? I understood then and mysteriously that it was indeed an astral journey. I walked towards the mirror that was hanging next to the TV and there I saw a woman who was not me, coming out of my body. She was holding a tabby cat in her arms that was not mine. You can watch your movie, I won't disturb you anymore, I promise. I understood then that she had taken possession of my body in order to feel alive and also watch the film. The touch I felt on my leg was due to the connection that was established when her spirit took possession of mine without me realizing it, being a non-evil soul. Until I could watch the movie, quietly, as she had promised. I had become a prisoner inside my own body, screaming without being able to make a sound. I smiled at the screen.
I can leave you alone now. I promise.
His cat had possessed my cat's body. I didn't see this coming. This apartment was haunted and I didn't even know it. I finally knew I was not dreaming.